we are beginning our lesson number 4. At the end of the last lesson, I said something that may sound pretentious, that the study of the Zohar, of the Holy Zohar, should lead us to become holy. If someone hears this, he says, it's pretending. Who can become holy? It's something, it's given a gift from above. It's given to a few in a generation. And still, the word holy comes from the Torah. It means kadosh. And in the Torah is written, Hashem, the Creator, we will use this word very often, the name. So Hashem said to his chosen nation, V'kidashtem, and make yourself kadosh. And try to hear and to recognize and to remember the words in the holy language. And the holy language is also the name of the holy language, is also Kadosh, Lashon HaKadosh. And everything in this nation, and with everyone who links to this nation, is Kadosh. Everything is connected to this nation, that marks this nation, makes it special, is the word Kadosh, that you say in English, holy. There is another word, saint, but also this is nothing to do with the word Kadosh. It resembles in some way. Kadosh, holy, means to be separated. To separate yourself from futile thoughts, futile wishes, and futile actions, deeds. And this can be achieved only through the dedicated study of the Zohar. And only this, you see, the Creator said to his nation. No, he didn't say to them, become wise, study good, get understanding. No. He said this, only this, become Kadosh. Because in such a way, the attitude, the heart of a person, this makes him Kadosh. And this makes him understand. And this makes him wise. And it brings him all the fulfillment. The introduction that I started to give at the last lesson is very, very important. Otherwise, nothing to understand in this Muammar article, Hashoshana, the water lily, and neither a feather. So that's why we need a little bit more of it. So where we stopped, we stopped where the world's, the empty place, which became empty of Ein Sof, and the Ein Sof entered this place like an apple up till the middle of it. And in these areas where became worlds, spiritual worlds. What does it mean? In order to create, to make a creation, and the top of the creation is a man. To make a man, the light had to cover, make certain coverings and closings, and close himself in more roughly matters, comparing to that what it was. And in such a way, this light came into this place, empty place, and steadily became the first world. The world that the name of which is Adam Kadmon. Adam is a man. Kadmon is ancient, like this. The ancient man. It means, what does it mean? Naturally, it will take some time, maybe a long time, before we will get rid of earthly material images whilst we are studying the spirituality. But everything is built up in the image of a man. And we learn that image, that the Creator said, let's make a man who will resemble us in the same image. So the man is actually resembles the Creator. And the first world is the world of Adam Kadmon. That are 10 Sfirot, the first 10 Sfirot that has light within themselves of Keter, of the crown. Because Sphira means emanation, we had this. Emanation means a certain how do you call it? Darkness. Darker, it must be darker than the light. And every new lower stage of a certain sphera must be darker or heavier. Yeah, how do you call it? Thicker, like clouds. There are very light clouds and there are very dark clouds. So there are the sphirot. So first came this world, Adam Kadmon, 10 sphirot. And the 10th sphera was the Malchut. Or we say it 5 sphirot when we think that the Zeir Anpin counts 6. And before the light came into this world, Adam, and formed this world, Adam Kadmon, there was the first restriction. And this is very important, tikkun, correction. What does it mean, tikkun? Correction. In order to transform the light into a creation, there had to be a certain place that had to be only for itself. The place where no light could enter by means of geweld, by means of force, by forcing it. Only the creation itself should build up in itself the need to wish and to act towards the congruence with the eternal light. So the system was from above was a system created by which the last stages, the last phase, Malchut, it means kingship, refused to receive in her 10th part. So 9 parts she can receive in her, but in the 10th part, this is Malchut, the Malchut of the Malchut. In that part, she doesn't want to receive. Not that she doesn't want to receive. She wants, of course, how can one withstand the light to say that one doesn't want to receive the light? But the 10th Sphira, the Malchut, or we say it, the 5th, we can say, is if we say Keter, Chochmah, Binah, Zeir Anpin, and Malchut. Recalled and felt in itself all the stages, all the previous stages of her development. Zeir Anpin, and then Binah within himself, and Chochmah, and then the Keter. And she felt her discrepancy with the giver. The giver was the Keter. And then she wanted to be like him. But how? And she wanted also to receive everything, because she felt that the goal of her, because the Malchut is the ultimate phase of wish to receive. And only the wish to receive marks a creation. And so she, in her strive to resemble the origin, the giver, the keter, she said, no, I will not receive in my own part, Malchut de Malchut. But in 9 upper spherots of her, she couldn't say that she would not receive, because these are the attributes of the light, the 4 spherot, Keter, Chochmah, Binah, Zeir Anpin, are actually the light, the transformation of the light, the attributes of the light. So she could only, as a full wish to receive for itself, could only say, no, in my own part, and this is Malchut, the Malchut, I will not receive. And this was made from above, of course. And in the same time, it was already the act of the future creation. Because from above, from Ein Sof wants only to give, only bestow all the goods, and all the restrictions come only from the creation. Because of wish to unite itself with the light, because of inability to receive the light. There are different reasons why. So this Malchut, the Malchut, restricted itself and could only receive in her 9 upper spherot, from Keter till Yesod. And this was the first restriction. The name of it is Tzimtzum Aleph. Tzimtzum is restriction, and Aleph is 1. It's very important to combine the letters and the figures, how do you call it? Numbers, and the numbers. But I told already this, but it's very important. But so this Malchut started receiving the light in her 9 Sfirot, upper Sfirot. This Malchut, the Malchut. In her 9 Sfirot he received, and in the 10th Sfirah, no. And up till the end of all the tikkun, all the creation, it counts 6,000 years, and it means 6,000 corrections. The light will not receive in this Malchut de Malchut, but corrections are going on, whereby at the end only a small amount of wishes, of not corrected wishes will remain, in this Malchut, the Malchut, that will be corrected by the coming of Mashiach, of the Redeemer, you can say, at the end of the time of the correction. This is the time the name of this is Gmar Tikkun, the fulfillment of the correction, the entire correction, like this. So this first receipt of light is the name of it. This is the first world, the world Adam Kadmon. Then out of this world became another world, and then another world, again 5 worlds. 5 worlds in order to come to such a form of existence that would allow to the appearance, the life of 4 natures. That, so as we see in our world, with a man, with a human being, as the highest, as the top creature here. And the world, the next world, is formed by Malchut. The Malchut, there is a law that the Malchut of the higher world becomes the Keter of the next world, the lower world. So the next world was Atzilut. It means emanation. Atzilut. And Atzilut is the world of correction, we call it. And it is a very difficult task to tell it in a few words or even several hours to come to the place where we are now standing here in our Ma'amar, in our article, Hashoshana, the water lily. But still, there were 3 receipts of light first in the world Adam Kadmon. The first was called Galgalta. It means skull, but learn the Hebrew words. Galgalta, skull. Then the next one, and this is 10 Sfirot with the quality of Keter. Keter the Keter, Chochmah the Keter, Binah the Keter, up till the Malchut the Keter. Then came next world, and these 10 Sfirot, the name of 10 Sfirot is Partsuf. And Partsuf means just face. And it means face, and face, every face has its own color, its own qualities. And in such a way, this is everything is built up, the Sfirots that are built up together. The name of it is Partsuf. Probably our students will already study something from the Kabbalah before they will come to study with us Zohar. But a little bit what I say, just to recall things, or someone who doesn't study yet, something from the Kabbalah, he will study somewhere else through our site, probably, or something else, just to learn a little bit about this first principles and first basics of the Kabbalah. It's not here, here is not the place for this, but just a little bit I will give it. So the Adam Kadmon had 3 receipts. First was Galgalta, skull. Then the second one was Ab, and this is the name of it is Chochma. Chochma, Keter of Keter de Chochma, Chochma de Chochma. Oh, everything was marked by Chochma, and still all every parzuf in the whole world, Adam Kadmon has its distinguishing color is Keter. And then the third one was Bina, and we learned already that Bina wants to give, yes, this is the quality to give. And in the world Adam Kadmon, first came the Galgalta, the light of Galgalta, the first light, and it came through as a line. We spoke about this. I said about this at the last lesson. The name of it is Kav. So only one stream of light came into this area, and it came up to the point of this world, but didn't touch this world. This light, the light of it, and then this light restricted itself, as I told you, and it came to the place that we call it the Tabor. If you see, and all the names of the Sphirot, of the structure of the worlds are named like the names of, it has the names of the organs, how do you call it, of limbs of a person, of a man, of a human being. This is easy. Why is it given like this? Because the man, a human being, is in itself, has in itself, in his inner, has the same qualities, everything, like a whole universe. And everything is built up in him like the structures that are in spirituality. So it's suits to do like this. And then it's also easy for us to understand where we are speaking about, at which place in the Parzuf. And the Kabbalists made this language. It came from above, of course, because not only the places, not only the names of it, but the letters that form every name of every limb of a man, of a human being. All these are enormous, has enormous spiritual power. We don't speak about the meat of a man, but about the spiritual limbs. But even the flesh is made up in the same way. It has no holiness at all, but still it's made up in accordance with the spiritual roots. So the first light that came into this creation, Galgalta, the Partsuf Galgalta, made up a head. A head means, like with a human being, a head. The name of it is Rosh. And before was not a Rosh. Before was only Malchut was before the restriction was no need in head, in the body, in the lower part of the body, because Malchut could receive everything as much as Malchut wanted. And Malchut is the fifth sphere or 10th sphere, what we saw in the plan of the creator, or to create the creation. So she could receive everything what she wanted, but still, you see, she preferred not to receive in her 10th place, in the lowest place in here. And we have the same structure, and we have the same duty, not to receive the light in our 10th part of our Malchut. So what we are speaking is, we're speaking in general terms about the creation, about the universal, and in the same way, in the same time, we are speaking about ourselves, because nothing is in the upper worlds that are not in the lower worlds. Everything you can find in a human being. That's why also the study of the Zohar is the study of yourself. Only in these letters you can find the Creator, not by walking outside in the forest, not by reading something in another language. No way. Only He is hidden in these holy letters. He is holy, His nation is holy, His language is holy, everything is holy. Holy means with no connection with anything that material is. And so the light came to this Malchut, and she received this light only in 9 parts of her, but not in the 10th part. And the 9 parts of it is, the name of it, Tabur. And the Tabur in English, the middle, the navel, navel, yeah, I think navel. So what we have on our belly from outside, the place by which an embryo feeds itself, and that is cut off navel after its birth, giving birth. So now, because attention, please. Now, because of the restriction, now is a need in different parts of the receiver. Now, the receiver needs a head to think, to count how much I may receive, in the way that I will receive, that I will still be in congruency with the light. And you understand that in such a way they became a need for something that is a head, and the head, the name of head is Rosh. And then the body and the underbody, like feet. Yeah. We make a small interruption.